Umar Ahmed, IFL TV, MTK
I'm the
Global.
interviewer. I'm meant to do the introductions.
Right now.
Go on then,
Right,
Tom.
click. I'm Tom Little for IFL TV. These are the Walsh brothers. He's going to win the British title. No, you've already got arm out. Fuck it.
Right, I might as well do the interview.
Customers win it again.
I'm joined by the Walsh brothers. Don't know what was going on there. How you doing, boys?
Good, thanks.
All good. Last time I saw all three of you together, you was causing a bit of controversy with Floyd Mayweather, weren't you?
Reacting to it. He was reacting to it for sure. Reacted to it.
That was the last time you seen Liam as well, which is wrong, innit? You know, last time was that far long away. A year ago now, wasn't it? Longer?
Crazy.
About 19 months, isn't it? 18 months, now it's 20 months, something silly like that, yeah.
Must be, yeah, what has been going on with you?
We ain't got enough time, mate. We ain't got enough time.
Don't want to take nothing off Ryan's fight, really, but
No, of course not. Of course,
you know,
that's what we're here
that's
for.
what we're here
wants
for.
to fight
But
him.
no one wants to fight him. He has mentioned every name in the country, any super featherweight, any lightweight. But I know he ain't got a title, so a lot of them don't want to fight him. But he wants to prove he's the best in England, and none of them are letting him do that. And the promoters aren't making it happen. So I think that might be the end of him, unless something does come up.
Graham, what's going on?
Well, he needs to fight. He's in the gym. He trains religiously. You know, with his twin brother. He needs a fight. We need a fight. He don't want an easy fight. He wants to get back in the mix. He wants to be on the big stage. That's where we need him. So anyone out there's got any decent fights?
Terry Flanagan, Anthony Corolla, any of them, any of the best fighters who think they're the best fighters out of England, that's who he wants to fight, don't you, bruv? Just tell them. Any of them.
Well, we are here for Brian, obviously.
That's exactly right, yeah.
Yeah.
I know this works for me. Talk about that's the biggest, one of the biggest crimes in modern boxing for us, obviously, because it's a family thing. But how the hell? Never in my lifetime. I study boxing. I love boxing. Huge boxing fan. Never in the time of my viewing, so what's 17 years, have I seen a fighter fight at a world title level and be forgot, dropped, and pretend that they don't exist. It's frustrating. So
More than frustrating, they give the life
and
to
I
both
don't
of
blame
them.
the managers. I'm kind of going to blame the fighters here. And then sometimes the fighters will say, yeah, I'm willing to fight. And the manager will say, no, in a way, if I was managing a prospect, I wouldn't want him to fight him. But there's some good super featherweight fights to be made. The odd lightweight fights to be made. And he would take them, so yeah.
Let's go positive. Let's talk about Saturday.
Of course.
Let's go. What we
That's
got?
what we're here for.
Got obviously Reece Bellotti in front of you.
Yeah, good fighter.
Yeah. How do you see him as a fighter?
I see him as a good, honest fighter who clearly can punch. I think he's got a bit more to his game, and I expect the best version of him. I have a tendency of bringing out the best in my opponents, and sometimes the worst. If you look at that dirty Danish scumbag, I can bring out the worst of them, can't I? So, at the same time, I really look forward to being on a good show in front of hopefully a few people and putting on a good fight. I think our fight has got the ingredients to be a good fight. He can punch. He's going to try and punch me. I'm definitely going to punch him. So how can you not have a good fight?
Were you sort of surprised when he lost to Ryan Doyle? What was your reaction?
Well, we were trying to get that fight before Ryan Doyle. And it seems like the Commonwealth doesn't know I exist. I've only been British champion for 3 years. I've never ever had a chance to fight for that belt other than Selby. So that's a bit negative, so I won't even start with that. But either way, I was a little bit shocked. I think Doyle, most thing I was shocked at was at the weigh-in when Doyle was actually physically all round bigger than Bellotti. I've been told Doyle was a huge feather, and I was meant to fight Doyle for my first defence. Still never got to the bottom of why that fight didn't happen, but that's history, that's gone. But as far as that result, yeah, I thought I could see a stoppage either way, because he certainly looked better. Doyle looked a lot better with Nortis fighting Bellotti than he did when he fought Tennyson. So it was a good result for him. And then he went and done that, and then he just had that with Gill. It's a bit of a crazy division at the moment.
What do you make of Jordan Gill? Impressive against
Good
Ryan
fighter,
Doyle?
yeah, he looks good. He's been brought along slowly, hasn't he? I mean, like I keep stressing, I've been the British champion for 3 years. Where have all these guys been? I
And
can't.
7 defences, I think.
It's not 7. It's 5 defences and 7 British title fights. And I've.
How long does he have to sit around there fighting off every young pup? Why can't he get in there with Warrington and Frampton? You know, he's been asking for. Warrington's dodged him, I don't know how many times. We've agreed to fight, I don't know how many times. He agreed to fight Frampton the other day and that didn't come off. When's he going to get to fight the
comes
lads
down
in the
to
proper mix?
management again, I think.
I think we'll have to get past this fight today because I'm not as weak as I am. Well, I'm not holding back, but he's got a win now. And I don't think he should be looking at Gill. He should be looking at Frampton. Warrington should be going on to world level. He's been setting a British title, trying to feed his kids on British level money for how many years? How long do we have to do that for? You know, so he needs to be getting up there and getting an opportunity.
With the big boys.
Hopefully it comes in. There's one thing for sure, he'll sit with him.
I've been ready for that. And
We've agreed to everything Dan we asked Dan. Let's just have it right these days. We're in
we ain't
boxing.
got to, yeah.
We're in boxing till he's got a loss. We've been shown that. If he gets a loss, we're out of boxing, we know that. So, and they're always willing to fight anybody, both of them. I'm not, but them two don't definitely are.
Obviously, the Isaac Lowe rematch was supposed to. You don't want to talk about
Yellow belly snake, little jacker. He knows what he is, a jacker. And he's travelling people know, because I know a lot of travelling people, and they all know he's a little jacker, shithouse. And now he wants to put silly little things on Facebook and that. I'd beat them both. He's a fucking useless idiot. Let's leave him as a jacker. But honestly, Isaac Lowe, I haven't boxed or trained for months. I'll batter you today. I'd beat that man today. He's rubbish. He's rubbish. I can gut him. My brother got a draw to him because he's the worst opponent my brother's fought.
Got a draw. He got a draw to me.
Down his back.
He got a draw to me. That was wrong.
He runs surviving for his life, throwing desperate punches that weren't landing. I don't want to talk about it. He had us do 2 camps. He's cost us a few quid. You know, and like I said, boxing's not good to us anyway. And we're doing camp after camp. He could have said, I've shit myself, I'm not going to fight you. But he didn't, I'm a jacker. And instead he let us do 2 camps, so he's not worth talking about.
Fair enough. Well, listen, your focus should be Reece Bellotti. As you said, he punches very, very hard. So you've got to be on your A game.
My focus had never ever shifted. Once this fight, I like to take credit. I made this fight. I know I did because I'll make any fight because I'm willing. The fighters make the fights. That's what I was saying earlier on about Liam. The fighters make the fights. They'll get asked, what do you want to do? In the management, Liam's case, when he got his first Commonwealth title, I was like, oh, that's a bit risky. No. And he went, yes. Now he's Commonwealth champion after 12 fights. The fighters have to take responsibility. They have to want the fights. And
Frank Warren said that Devonta Davis wouldn't be the right fight for him. I've got to sell it for Frank. He did. He said there's other routes, but my brother said there is no other route. If that's my fight, that's my fight. Them two have never refused the fight, and they're always asking for fights. They're disrespecting any other fighters.
The best, regardless of result.
They're always asking to fight the best fighters, and the best fighters are being asked to fight Liam and Ryan in the weight.
Yeah, but if you lose
and why aren't the fights happening? Because they're saying no.
Devonta's a special fighter. So.
Yeah.
If you're the best in America, anything
Liam
good.
would like to then pick up, Stephen Smith, and he calls them sort of lads in them weights who are the best in this country apparently. At least he could prove he's the best in our country, do you know what I mean?
I will say this, quickly going up. Firstly, I was going to say earlier, Bellotti's a 2-time ABA champion as well. He ain't just a puncher. He's got a lot more to his game. I couldn't win an ABA title. I didn't win an ABA title.
I couldn't either.
So he's got to have credit for that. And
he did.
Managed it, fluked it.
And also,
no way.
Michael's mentioned Stephen Smith a few times now. I've got nothing but respect for the
Smith brothers.
I really admire what they've done as a family, and they've got to be probably the most successful family of boxers
definitely
in Britain.
I'd say Liam Walsh and Stephen Smith, who are the best super featherweight in the country, without a doubt. They both fought for world titles, come up short, and I think that's a massive fight, and I think there's good money in that fight. It's a good, massive TV fight. So why can't the promoters put these fights on? And the truth of the matter is, maybe there's enough money in us. I don't know.
What have the excuses sort of been?
It's certainly not from those or our side.
You get him fighting Stephen Smith or any of them sort of fights, or Ryan fighting Frampton. I'm doing 70, 80 grand worth of tickets. I don't know if that's big money in boxing. I don't know, but I'll do them sort of figures. We don't ask for that much money. Anyone, the promoters know. We always take the worst end of the deal. We don't argue for that much. So I don't know why they're fighting that. It's certainly nothing to do with them two brothers, that is for sure. And it can't be nothing to do with me because I'm not boxing. But we've said yes to everything they ask. We always say, like I said, we take smaller money.
I know. We speak too much.
Too honest. Tell the truth.
We're too much hard work.
And
we're unpredictable. So.
But he isn't. Just those two, I think he's saying
now
that.
We've got a few strikes.
They won't pull out. No, that's one thing for sure. They will turn up and they won't pull out.
They're going to jack. What can you do? There's nothing you can do. They're going to jack, is it?
I just think it's been a bit of a, I've loved boxing all my life sort of there, but it's been a bit of a crime. All the fighters in our country, and they haven't even nearly had enough fights. They're getting out 2-3 times a year at best. It's professional boxing, you need to feed your families off that. And Liam got, as like I say, just come back 2 fights rolling, gets to a world title, gets beat, and nothing for 18 months. So it makes you a bit fell out with the sport, but we're still happy with it.
I've got to be a little bit further. It got to be a little bit further in terms to Frank. I did get offered a fight after Giovanni. It weren't like I got offered a fight. I didn't get completely thrown under the bus. I got offered a fight, and for reasonable money, to be fair. It weren't. So I can't go too hard on that because I did, and it just didn't work out.
I've gone back there since and asked, and accepted everything that's been offered, and still nothing's come about. But there's only another few months left in him till I'll be advising him not to bother anymore, because otherwise he's going to come back to get beat by someone who wouldn't beat him. He's been in the gym every day since with Ryan through the camp, But he's got an opportunity, he's got to come. But really, we're here for Ryan, like I said.
We should be surprised. We're boxing fans. Anything can happen in boxing. So who knows? Who knows how this all works out?
We've just got to keep hoping that he does turn out all right, and he wins on Saturday, and then he gets thrown in the mix with the likes of Frampton, Warrington, and that's no disrespect to these younger kids coming through, but he's been hanging on this British title for however long now. You've got to be moved on at some point, haven't you? So, and he should have been moved on by now.
You need to bring an end to this interview
Yeah,
because you lost your viewers a long time ago, man.
Don't be too harsh on
No,
yourself.
They're switched off a long time ago, so
especially when you jacked. How
bring
long
it to
is
an
that?
end.
Go on, we've been going 10 minutes.
Yeah,
Ten,
they're
see what I mean?
Go on, give us a final prediction. What do you do to
Final
Reece
prediction,
Bellotti?
I think potentially this could be the fight of the night. It's all going to be. I know. I'd like to think I know how tough I am. I hope he gets to show. I hope I get to show the best of me. He shows the best of him. We have a good
Do you
fight.
stop Reece?
It's possible. He's proved it's possible.
Yeah.
He's proved
Put
that's
your money
possible.
on it, I've got mine on.
So it's different styles. I'm nothing like Doyle. Look at the dimensions. I'm nothing like him. I won't fight the same as him. I expect a really good fight. And like Liam said, he's a double ABA champion. I expect him to be able to revert to do different things. He's had time to learn. I think he's far more dangerous now he's lost. Far more dangerous. Had he not lost, the lessons you can learn from losing are massive, and he's already learned that lesson there before this fight, so he's in a better position to fight me now than he was then, so it should be a really, really good fight. I respect him massively. But the best man will win, that's my prediction, the best man will win.
Well, best of luck, Ryan.
Cheers,
Big
thank you.
stage, obviously, at the O2, box office bill.
Yeah.
And I hope everything sorts itself out with you.
Yes, thank you.
But yeah, good talking to the Walsh brothers. And
And the G-man.
yeah, of course, can't
the
forget
best.
Graham.
Thank you.
And we'll catch up with you soon. Thank you,
Very
boys.
much. Cheers.